Greetings everyone, Agion here. Spawning in red allies, we have Pik4a. Spawning as the light blue allies, I have already forgotten their name, HappyWins. Let's see, we got a power plant, no barracks over here. Boot camp, I should say, another boot camp over here. Dogs. Lots of dogs. So far, if you look at the map, there's only a small variation. 2 dogs versus 3 dogs. The blue dogs are actually spreading out to every single direction. Nice bark there. A good bark from both sides. And both dogs go down, just leaving the one blue dog here. And he could potentially stop the building. He does stop the he's right in the refinery placement, so he's denying the refinery right there. He needs to get a Peacekeeper or dog over there in order to splice it. This will give the blue player enough time to get another refinery up. Actually, no, he's going for an armored facility? That's highly unusual. This little pick killing off one of the Peacekeepers right there. Dog goes down, gets merged into the ground, just like a Age of Empires game. Let's hop in that building in time. We'll go ahead and activate the shields. Nico trade. And a multi-gunner IFV does come on out. He's going to break down the wall with the multi-gunner. He needs to re-target to the other wall section because right now he's just more walls coming out. He needs to reprioritize fire to this wall section. Let's break down that one. Another multi-gunner IFV. Sells off a bunch of those, designed to bring up his MCV to engage. There's 3 IFVs here versus just the 2. Does get some nice damage there, but and the garage. The garage is actually really important in this engagement. He can go ahead and repair, self-repair all the damage he just took. Opposite 2 of those Peacekeepers, so this is a very potent force in order to gauge the infantry. He could use the repair arm of the IFV in order to, well, repair the other IFVs. Riptide is out here, 2 Riptides. Let's drop off the Peacekeepers and it's going to engage these Riptides with the IFVs. Over here, we got more IFVs over here, the repair one. That repair one could go ahead and capture something. The repair garage, very important for this engagement. Look at all the 3 repairs engaging these lower DPS Riptides. Everything's walled off except for the armored facility. And it is actually repairing. Ooh, looks like another Riptide does go down. The MCV needs to fall on back. I don't think there's any engagement where the MCV could get some good. He's just trying to force a mistake. And that's a big mistake there. So far, he forced 2 mistakes. And he has his repair IFV to repair, well, his... Oh, he's trying to go for the engineer, but he does repair the garage for his own purposes, and that's a lot of wounded guys now getting repaired on up. This garage is being unusually contentious. Peacekeepers, they have the shields up, so they're not receiving any sort of major damage. The motor gunner IVs, oh, this stuff never got walled off. And wait, his own MCVs right here, trying to crush anything that comes out of the armored facility. There are automatic repairs for the ore collectors being quite important. He looks like he's going to set on up his MCV, perhaps throwing a couple down multi-gunner turrets. His own multi-gunner IFVs are going down. We see a defense structure queued up. It is most likely a multi-gunner turret. I don't see a defense bureau for a prison tower. Here comes a power plant. MC packed up over here, eyeing to place a boot camp in order to capture that area. Actually, that's already placed down. A multi-gunner IFV is being queued on up, perhaps for over here. He could send up some rockets over to the Peacekeeper. I think that's an engineer. is an engineer trying to capture. He has a retarget. He's body blocking. Does sell it off in time and does get kill off the engineer with the Peacekeeper. Both of those oil refineries are now down. Red is only on oil derrick refinery. This IFE has not retargeted to the other IFEs. He's getting a whole bunch of free damage. And there it goes down. Blue does have superior income. He could potentially start expand. He is going to start expanding. We do got some IFEs being sliced on down. Multi-gunner IFE is now engaging as well. Blue has a pretty good hold on this base. There goes the Riptide. Walls are set on up for Blue. All your base belongs to us. That is, well, joke reference to one of those poorly translated games back in the arcade era, but also is a quote from Yuri. Ooh, nice Javelin Trooper kills off the ore refinery up here, is setting up the command hub, and we do have a Peacekeeper here. He's actually missing. He's not getting damage off. Another Javelin Trooper here engaging the ore refinery. The economy is still superior for Blue. Another cryo shot coming on down. This time for Red. Does freeze the power plant. Enough power? No, not enough power here. He needs to. I believe this power plant does not give any sort of power while frozen. He should sell off one of these multi-gunners. Perhaps this one. It's the least useful one. That repair garage saved that Riptide, which is extremely important in this game right now. A Vindicator is now built, coming for a bombing run, perhaps for one of the multi-gunner IFEs. Does take out the low health one. MCV's over here, building a power plant. Perhaps an oil derrick is next. Not oil, or refinery. So far, this is a very scrappy game from both sides. The Vindicator was the first aircraft in the game as well. There's still a command hub over here, which means he still have access to dropping down some multi-gunner IVs. Perhaps he goes for a defense bureau and drop a Spectrum tower. There goes one of the Riptides. Oh, there is a multi-gunner drop. He is going to freeze it. He has to be very careful not to freeze his own stuff. Throws down a couple bombs. Does freeze it. And done. Tides on the high ground. There may be some Javelin troops up here. More multi-gunners being dropped on in. Both players at one refinery economy, but Red has both oil derricks, which means better economy. Javelin Trooper from the high ground. He needs to bomb it. Nope, he's just going to evacuate. Not sure why there was a guess he may have lost vision or something? I don't know. There goes the multi-gunner IFV, or multi-gunner turret. Redeploys the airfield, low on power, sells off the one multi-gunner turret. Another cryo shot coming on in. Here's something being captured. Oh, he captured the observation post and then sold it. And he got like 400 something, so it's a little bit of a loss. Neither aircraft goes down. Those bombing strikes exactly what he needs. We did get a Peacekeeper out of it, so it's a very, very small net gain of, I think it was like 26 credits. Dual boot camp here. Still only one refinery. Still only one refinery. Something's building. I'm guessing refinery. He's not building any more aircraft. He can't afford it. Looks like he picked off the multi-gunner IFV. Handful of peacekeepers coming on in. This oil derrick is now exposed. You can jump in there or potentially send out engineer to capture it. Another oil derrick or oil refinery is coming on out. A lot of javelin troops here. Takes out one of the Vindicators and takes out one of the transports. He's going to go straight for the high ground. He needs a multi-gunner IFV on the high ground, perhaps right around here, but he can't build on the high ground. He can't build upwards. He can build downwards, but he can't build upwards. And, oh, this could be deadly. This could be deadly. Not super deadly. He needs a bomb split. No, he does not. Another bombing run coming on in. If your bomb splits, drop 2 bombs. Perfect! If this has 1 bomb, that's all he needs. Actually, it was veteran or elite. It needed both bombs. Now he has a fully heroic Vindicator. More infantry is coming on in. Peacekeepers, but he has peacekeepers of his own. And right now they're being lined on in. Lancaster's law says blue will generally win this engagement. Ooh, he loses 1. Nice bomb run, takes out another Riptide. He has these peacekeepers coming in. He could potentially just camp outside the boot camp. However, a dog will put a quick hard counter to it. And Micro does get a nice little knockback there, while the other one's being focused down, but they're just way outgunned, however. The building was cleared out. He could potentially claim it for his own. This peacekeeper is quite wounded. Won't do much in an open combat. Indicators received quite a bit of damage from those javelin troops. Second refinery does come on down. Third refinery is down. Both players starting to rebuild their economy in their opponent's base, nonetheless. So the game pretty much gone through a hard reset. Ooh, and Apollo's in the air. What was the multi-gunner turret? See something queued up. I think it is a multi-gunner turret. A multi-gunner turret right here would be quite good. Not only hit the aircraft, but also to protect his entrance. And then you can load up a peacekeeper into it to take on the infantry. Oh, looks like he now definitely knows the fact that he's in his old base. You can see the walls are now being slowly destroyed. Javelin troops are coming on out. And we do have a multi-gunner turret here, but it is super wounded. Does actually get taken out. And there's enough peacekeepers here where he's actually posing a threat to any fresh peacekeeper. There must be a lot of veterans. Yeah, there is a lot of heroic peacekeepers in there. Cryo Blast coming on in. Look at that damage. How many peacekeepers are in there and what veterancy. He hasn't reprioritized fire. He's body blocking with his buildings. Does go down to the splash damage, I believe. And we have a multi-gun turret here. And just right before as the structure gets de-garrisoned from the destruction. Apollo in the air. Vindicators are withdrawing, and Apollo will not go down. And plus, he threw all of his. Oh, both of them are fully heroic. It would take quite a bit of firepower to actually get rid of those guys. Oh, he may lose an Apollo, but nope, does withdraw in time. You got observation posts or command pod being brought on out. He's eyeing to expand over here. He's eyeing to expand over here. One, the garrison has been cleaned on out. Great bomb slits. All those peacekeepers get wiped on out. There's still one oil derrick alive, though I think these Vindicators are making their runs against it. Apollo's now trying to establish an escort here, but one of them is a bit wounded, but there's no tension for air supremacy. great bombs, and actually there's hardly any bomb splits there. And the heroic Vindicators are far away from being killed off by those Apollos. Quick bombing runs, they won't die off anytime soon. And now we do got a huge swell of Peacekeepers. More of these walls finally to be started cleaned on up. There's still a couple walls, actually one wall of red wall right there. Oh, it's getting in quite a bit of damage and then trying to hit the guys who are flying around. Nice cryo blast will freeze these what's it called, Peacekeepers in no problem. There's nothing here to kill them off. We do got one Peacekeeper right here, which is more than plenty. Reinforcing Peacekeepers over here, and sort of splashing down its own walls. Cryo blast is coming on in. Looks like these units are starting to be unfrozen, but we'll clear them out. Nothing in the air to take it out, however. The power plants are frozen, denying the power. Aircraft can't land until the airfields get unfrozen. That's a lot of Javelin Troopers. He's retargeted to this one that doesn't have the shield up. Now we've got a huge line of Peacekeepers, and one of the heroic Vindicators do in fact go down. It looks like all those structures went down to something. I'm not like sure what. Looks like he's trying to expand out towards the sea, and will not get intercepted. This could potentially leave this area vulnerable to a turret harass. He needs to get a multi-gun turret down there soon, as well as over here to help deal with these Apollos. We do have a handful of Javelin troops not being built. Peacekeepers storming on in. The Javelin troops need a retarget to this airfield. Does take out that heroic Vindicator that may have destroyed all those buildings. It's heroic. And 3 bombs to 3 buildings. Great bark. Follows up with more barks. One of the Peace Dogs actually go down. Oh, nope, it's way back here. And there goes all those Peacekeepers. Just great barks from the dogs. IFE does come on out. Observation post under siege. Multi-gun turrets far away. He should just sell this off. While the economy is superior for red, he has one more ore refinery. He also has a naval yard. No tech upgrade just yet. You can see by the doodads at the top, as well as the doodads right here. Lights. In order to see what tech level. So it looks like it's just all tier 1. Looks like it's going to send out some dolphins to harass the far expansion. He's petting the dog with rockets. Wait, did the laser just outright instant kill the dog? It sort of looked like that. Huge damage on our refinery with all 4 Vindicators bombing it. Good amount of rockets here. Does take out the Apollo, no problem. There's a, however, a large number of Peacekeepers here. He's going to need dogs or a lot of his own Peacekeepers to break this front line. Oh, and we also got another harassment. Javelin troops on the high ground with laser locks. Looks like he is planning to do the same as well. We do got some dolphins coming on out, but there is a multi-gunner turret here. They only have a small window. 2 multi-gunner turrets here. That's sort of a hard counter to any assault by dolphins now. There is a Riptide, but which will jam one of the weapons, giving him a opening. Multi-gunner turret was not successful. Large number of Peacekeepers here. Large number of Splash Troopers. The splash damage coming on in, mostly in favor of blue, but now red is starting to overwhelm with his own numbers. Well, the splash damage was superior for blue, but just getting overwhelmed by numbers. It was a pretty good engagement for our blue, I would say. Cryoblast coming on in onto this airport. It has not been spotted. It has been spotted now. Aircraft is still tinged with frozen elements, but now everything here is frozen, and we do have Vindicators coming on in. Decides to sell off multiple of these structures. Sending the rest of his bombs doesn't kill off the grounded Vindicators, which I'm actually sort of surprised about. Cryoblast does come on in, wiping out all of those Peacekeepers. One guy almost got frozen as well. And the splash damage is great. Stops the right shield from coming forward and does kill off another Javelin. Overall, Blue has gotten some great engagements. Javelin troops here does wipe out that one refinery. Observation post or command hub has set on up once again. Peacekeepers. We'll spot this expansion. Is there going to be a Cryoblast or Cryogeddon? Or a huge line of Peacekeepers. Looks like a bit of a line up and shootout right there. Garrisons go ahead in this building with one of the Peacekeepers. A lot of these Peacekeepers are wounded here. Trying to go in, does knock back the shields guys using the shotgun close range ability. Doing some great work with that. Clears out some of the structures. Overall, great defense by Red right there. Alpha troops are in the area, does slowly take out one of the Apollos. A Javelin troop focus firing this building could be quite nice. Armor Run does come on and take out a couple of the Riptides. Apollo is in the area, but can't risk it with the nearby Javelin troops. You got a couple of Hydrofoils here. Lots and lots of multi-cutter turrets. Jeez. I think there's the heightened economy is in the area. You can see here they've increased like plus 312 right there. Huge line of infantry coming on in, as well as a lot of laser locks. This refinery will go down no problem. Does sell it off in time. And this attack will be removed. There's still some units in here. Not sure exactly what, but it looks like a lot of Javelin troops. A lot of Apollos right there. You got some more Dolphins coming on out. Could have potentially moved this over here. This Ore Collector here is super wounded, which is slowing down the economy. Anson can jam all of those weapons, but he got Dolphins of his own, and there's some good splash damage right there. Or Red Dolphins are here. Will we see Riptides? Will we see more Dolphins? We will see more Dolphins. And we will have a nice engagement here to be able to take out almost all these Dolphins one by one. There goes the Vindicator. Looks like there's some heroic, at least one heroic Javelin here. When the Javelin troops got cleared out, I think it was the Javelin troop. Structure over here will get cleared on out. Now there's a lot of Peacekeepers here hitting the reinforcement line. He can go ahead and just cut off all the reinforcements of these guys. Some of these guys are very elite. We've got the first heroic one. It was just streaming in a lot of infantry, though not being super cost effective. Lots of Dolphins here, and now we got an aircraft carrier. These Dolphins, there is an escort here as well, at least one heroic, one veteran. This multi-gun turrets won't ward away and protect this oil refinery anytime soon. Some of these Dolphins, the nice focus fire with the Dolphins, he is now be able to siege this aircraft carrier. It is a floating city. But, ooh, some great splash damage by the Dolphins. It's really hard to tell, but it looks like Red will win out, getting a bunch of free damage hits as well as superior splash damage. One of his guys were even heroic. Oh, this could be quite deadly. Yep, it's deadly. His aircraft carrier is a huge threat. He needs to send his Vindicators over there. He's rebuilding one of his Vindicators. Over here, this economy has remained unharassed. Over here, the ore collector is still super wounded. And now this ore refinery is going down. It is depleted, however. Minor loss, but economy is still economy. Bombs coming in, and there goes the aircraft carrier. Do we see any more aircraft carriers? Fully teched up. Yeah, there's two. Just only see Dolphins, however, and hydrofoils. Oh, here we go. And even observation post. Still take quite a bit of time to set on up. Looks like Red's going straight for full aircraft production. There is a multi-gunner turret ready to drop, probably for these Peacekeepers, but he still has a superior amount. Actually drops it on the behind. Now this is a combat group, and Blue only has Dolphins down here. He's going to need a whole lot more Dolphins to try to siege that. The observation post, no sword teching. Actually, this it does have Tech 3, Tier 3. He's starting to build some Riptides. But there's a huge swell of infantry here. Red looks like he is posed to win this game. Oh, he's not posed. Oh, Sentry Bombers. He even takes out the Harvester right there. We'll go ahead and withdraw and heal. We've only seen Vindicators for Blue, no Apollos. Great precision bombing strike. And I hear, oh, but this is deadly. That is super deadly. Cryo Armageddon, but we do have the Chrono shift? No, let's get the exact name for it. There goes that entire infantry army. The ground army has very little opposition over here. The Sentry Bombers airfield is over here, so he's not worried about losing them. There's actually more Sentry Bombers. He has a full fleet of Sentry Bombers. Red's Cryogeddon should be up relatively soon. Aha, I just saw Engineer getting that structure, and there's a Cryogeddon. Almost everything's frozen. I think he sort of splashed down some of his own stuff right there. But he needs to make sure he kills off all that frozen stuff before they unthaw. Or before they thaw, not unthaw. He didn't get everything, but he did get a good enough amount. Apollo's chasing down these Vindicators, but you got Blue has his own Sentry Bombers being produced as well. Did lose a couple of Apollos right there. Sentry Bombers, looks like he did lose one of them. And not all of them are fully repaired. It takes quite a bit of time to get them actually fully repaired. This Riptide, fully heroic, but will get gunned down. Sentry bombers coming in. This is a dead refinery. There's a lot of multi-gunner turrets in the area, so he has to be very careful. Does hit the one of the power plants. Does not get low power mode, but does not kill any of them off. Far from it. But do got his own sentry bombers coming on in, but not hitting this airfield. Only hits the oil deck. Loses one and both of the sentry bombers. This sentry bomber is doomed. Does not have the quick return ability in order to get a speed boost. It has the allowed the paradrop ability. Heard the chrono shift? Maybe it was a miss. It was just a miss? Not sure. What's it called? Spatial rift? I really don't know the exact name of it. How did that not go down? Those are both fully heroic, aren't they? Jeez, those prospectors take more damage than I would imagine. I thought 2 heroic vindicators would wipe it out. But a multi-gunner turret is what destroys that refinery. It is not fully depleted. That one is. Blues on the back end. A whole squadron of Apollos for escort as well. Blue's just going to get a bomb to oblivion right now. And Red has a sizable defense force. He doesn't need to go on the offense with these aircraft carriers. The defense is more than plenty with all these sentry bombers. Ooh, Blue does have an aircraft carrier here, but there's no escort. There's dolphins now coming on in. You will take out this ore refinery, but it's only a minor loss because it's depleted. Oh. Wait, was that the aircraft coming back that got those hits? Well, either way, the aircraft carrier does in fact go down. I didn't see those bombs actually hitting those dolphins, or who actually dropped them. I think it was actually from the drones, the ones who still had payloads.
I wouldn't mind taking a little break.
So you do have some cryocopters in the area, but one of them doesn't even go down. Surgical strike rolls a miss. I wonder, can he actually destroy the surgical strike aircraft? Because they shoot at it. I think you can also use magnetic singularity in order to get it. Nice hit there with the surgical strike, but now he's going to rush in with all his units. But Cryogeddon! Everything's going to be frozen. Looks like this guy's still firing over here. And there's actually a guy over here that's firing as well. So there goes Blue's ground army. Dolphins over here. Good bombing runs by the Vindicators. Decided not to go for sentry bomber production. Doesn't have the economy for it. He's only on these 2 refineries and they're running low. Red over here, they are probably running low as well. Yes, they are. But he has enough other supplementary income, such as this one depleted one and that depleted one. I guess he only has superior income by depleted. The economy difference, by the way, looks like it just appear to be very minimal with these aircraft carriers. They're spelling doom for Blue right now. You're seeing all these structures. This will be a pretty good hard point in order to prevent any sort of push out from this direction. A huge squadron of Apollo fighters, in which there's 5 of them, but only 4 spots. Must have lost an airfield. It is possible to cycle in all the Apollos on one airfield, though it can be a bit assuming. He's going to try to shoot down these aircraft. He does do a good job if he sits right there. Oh, Chronosphere. Red has a Chronosphere. And there goes all the infantry. There goes the ore refinery, and there he's actually locking down this airfield, who has a pair of heroic Vindicators as well. Red's infantry starting to move his way forward. structures destroyed, so can't garrison it. Perhaps laser locks? Oh, going forth to fire the multi-guarded turrets right now, and we got the sell-off of the airfield. Apollo fires are in the air. Ore Collector does get some nice crushes right there, but the red fleet is moving on in. And so these coming on in, trying to run over these units. And the Dolphins are being picked off by the Air Force of the Navy. Fun fact, the U.S. Air Force is the strongest Air Force in the world. The U.S. Navy is the second strongest Air Force in the world. And the U.S. Army has the third strongest Air Force in the world. Either way, this is Agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.